Okay, I'm a bit late for this, but let's get started. So today is just a quick fan art stream for UMP45. Probably the last stream before my final exams, but yeah, let's continue. Hi Blacksmith, start stream with exam grade. Yeah, I have exams in 2 weeks. I have exams in 2 weeks, that's all. Also, I think my... Okay, for some reason it's not... For some reason there's some screen tearing issues with the computer now. Don't know what that is. Anyways, so today we're gonna also try to finish the whole drawing in one stream. Let's see. Okay, maybe landscape view would be better. Image. No. My reference images. Hi Tema. Drawing norm. Yes. Right, let's see. Actually, what version of UMP do people usually draw? Okay, mostly just this specific version, I guess. I also saw there's an augmented version. I think I'll draw the default version for now. Alright, moving. You know I like how wears with glasses? Why? Oh, nice. Our UMP does have a suppressor. Okay, that's great. Scope. I'm just gonna use the... I'm gonna use World of Guns as a reference. Oh, perfect. They've actually got it. They've actually got the holographic side as well. That's perfect. Get suppressors. Yeah, this is identical. not sure what specific brand of the suppressor is being used in either of these, but that's good. Okay, I assume that's supposed to be M-Lock or something. Let me check the bottom. Okay, the model in World of Guns doesn't have the Picatinny rail on the bottom. Oh wait. Never mind, it does. Oh, I see how the Picatinny rails go on now. Those are screw holes for the Picatinny rails. Okay. Okay, I think I'll just draw on the foregrip because I can't find that specific foregrip in World of Guns. Still got curves with the suppressor UMP is ultra thin. Is it no? Okay, yeah, kind of. The suppressor in World of Guns is a bit bigger. It doesn't support eGPU. I cut POV. Yeah, pretty much. About 480p actually. Computer vision gets really annoyed when you try to push larger images through it. Okay. Right, let's try to wrap this up before 12 PM. Finish the sketch by about 9 PM, I think. Wait, do you guys see that? Like the screen, there was some screen tearing just now. Does it show up on these? Okay, that's weird. Not sure if my GPU is dying or something. Yes, and this uncrafted UMP45. Yes, UMP45 is not. It's really not such a complicated gun. I mean, it's just simple blowback. Simple blowback, internal hammer. Really standard close bolt modern SMG. But HK will still sell it for $3 more billion because they're HK. Wait, what is this? No, seriously, what was that tool? Crop the image to... Nah. I thought that looked like the... I thought it looked like the, what's it called? The composition helper. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's a prototype which uses a small CO2 gas to adjust. Are you referring to the SMG1 and SMG2 prototypes for the US military? I forgot which branch, but they're just called the SMG1 and SMG2 prototypes. And although that wasn't CO2 gas, that was like a gas port that you could open on the barrel to make it go subsonic. But it's not CO2 gas. If you're talking about CO2 gas, I'm not sure what that would be referring to. Thank you, Laika. I found it. Wait, what's that? What's that it? Yeah, it's not a CO2 cartridge. It's just a gas port. It's an opening on the barrel. They made a hole in the barrel, basically. It's a very interesting design, and I love suppressed stuff. I wish more guns experimented with this concept. I don't think a lot of guns just ask you to use a lot of suppressed weapons just ask you to use subsonic ammo. Having a switch makes it much easier. Suppressors weigh kilo or so. No way that. No, I don't think the modern suppressors weigh 1 kilo. That sounds like way too much. That's like a third of the weight. Eight ounces in titanium. 17 ounces. 17 ounces in grams. Yeah, that's like 500 grams. Okay, maybe 50 BMG. Maybe for 50 BMG it would be 1 kilo. They do make the weapon kind of front heavy, which is fair enough. That's pretty obvious result of adding stuff to the muzzle. Okay, I think UMP's okay, the version of her receiver has vent holes. But she does also have like those Picatinny rail attachment points. I think I'll just add it like this. I'll just have both. Both is good. I mean, she has a foregrip, so she doesn't have to worry about the Picatinny rails cutting up her hands. 12 to 16 to 20 ounces, that's more like it, yeah. Grams, 566. I mean, still not insignificant amount of weight, considering UMP is not that heavy. Let me search. 2.5 kilo mass with a loaded magazine, about 2.65 kilos. That's light. It's all polymer. From what I know, from what I've heard, it actually comes out to about the same mass as the MP5. Even though this one is made of polymer, because of the mass of the boat. Hand stop. Right. Okay, a bit too big. Wait, I just noticed the bottom rail of the gun is lacking. On the World of Guns version, they didn't put in the bottom rail. Actually, rather, there is a version that they put in the bottom rail. Actually, let me check. Oh, damn. Okay, if you put in the bottom rail, you lose the hand stop, I guess. Like, because the hand stop is screwed onto one of the screw holes for the bottom rail, so I can't have the hand stop anymore. Practice line control. Yep. You would like to see the picture on Wikipedia? Yeah, sure. Ah, okay. So that's why they drew it like that. Yeah, that's much closer. Damn, should I add in the... Wait, does she have the hole? That hole as well? No. Okay, fine, I'm redesigning the front section. I feel like this is the exact image that... This has to be the exact image that the Girls Frontline artist used. All the stuff is identical. Alright, I almost forgot this was the opposite side. Opposite side of the gun. I think I drew this thing way too massive. Scrutinizing moment, but the hairstyle is too thick because you based on the picture of World of Guns, it doesn't have the red. Fair enough. This one does have the hand stop. Yeah, it's a bit too long. There we go. Matches a bit. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's interesting. These two lines are not parallel. I thought I had the magazine well angled completely wrong. Why is it not parallel? Why did they design it like that? I mean, at least the magazine itself is simple, it's just a rectangle. Wonder what I will draw if I can draw that. I mean, you're a mechanical engineer, right? Don't they teach like technical drawing and mechanical engineering? Interesting bit of geometry around the ejection port here. Oh, also, you know what? Today is single day. think the middle of the receiver needs to be a bit longer. And also pocket day. Oh. Is my stream dead or something? Wait. Alright, that's quite strange. Is it back? Chat disconnected. Yeah, I see it. That's... Let me try to reconnect it. Okay, that works, right? I think that works. Anyways, I need to elongate some parts. Yeah, I think the shape looks better now. Looks better with the... Before this it looked a bit stubby. Okay, I'll go for her canonical shiny suppressor because I think it looks a bit better than the one from World of Guns. Wonder if HK ever made any integrally suppressed versions. That would be fun. Hopefully it's not because I eat a kilogram of meal for my dinner that makes me sleepy right now. That's definitely the reason. I think the scale of the gun might be too large. The suppressor's not gonna fit on screen. Actually, do I even need to fit the entire suppressor into the scene? Why is the rail lifted off the receiver? Is that how the screw holes on these work? Okay, that's really funky. It actually is lifted off the receiver a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it here as well. Very interesting. Okay. Oh, there's not. Okay, there's not that bit on. It's not that sticking up bit on the model that she has. Okay, then I guess. her model is kind of a combination of the Wikipedia image model and the model that I'm looking at here. Have it be lifted off receiver. Okay, I think this maybe depends on the model of EOTech that we're looking at here. I think they're using a more modern one that's a bit smaller, maybe. EOTech 553. Okay, sure. Oh wow, this is... Okay, there's like a few versions and some of them look really different. Yeah, why are they so different? Anyways, her thing doesn't have the battery holder on the side. Thing doesn't have the battery cap on this side. But there is this lock here that I'm not quite sure what it is. Okay, it also doesn't have the adjustment knobs. It doesn't have the adjustment things on the side either. Okay, I feel like I know what happened. I think the artist looked at the left side of the site and then they only drew that side. Yeah, I think the artist looked at this side and then just mirrored it. I think that's what happened. Now I'm gonna give her a side that makes sense, I guess, that exists. I think it's pretty common you'll take this hello site on PUBG. Holographic sites just don't have their benefits in video games. They don't have the holographic effect because, you know, in video games you can't simulate like depth of field in eyes. When I played PUBG, I would always choose the red dot side. To be fair, Russian has the UMP47, is it? Is it the funny thing? Oh no, it's not. Oh, that actually looks really stylistically pleasing. Not gonna, I like the square look of that. That's interesting. I thought you were talking about the funky red dot sight that has like a piece of metal bending over and looks something like that. But I think that one is just a red dot sight and not holographic. Okay, P7. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know the red dot names. It's very distinctive. You're definitely gonna notice what it is. I need to draw faster. I'm sure someone who has actually touched the gun before can tell me that this is a bit too small or something. Let me stretch this part upwards. Okay, over. 3.5 PU. Yep, that's PU scope is iconic. They were able to make a scope with that required not as much precise engineering. I think that was part of the design requirements for that scope. Don't require too much precise machining. Honestly, worked out. I think the Soviets were the army that employed the most snipers in World War II, I think. Like the fact that US was able to put scope on every gun was a big win yet. And so... Wait, what? US was... Okay, not in World War II. In modern times, yes. So something simple like PU scope would be a nice place to start. Yep, certainly. Actually, I wonder if something like that would... I wonder if that concept would have worked back then. The scope technology was not as well developed back then. Much more fragile than whatever stuff we have today. Like the US Springfield snipers, they were using commercial scopes, and basically the scope was not actually fixed, was not clamped tightly to the scope ring. It would slide inside the scope ring so that when the gun recoils, it doesn't just break the scope from the recoil. The scope can slide forward. So I do wonder how effective the modern kind of put an optic on every rifle thing would be. Like, people were definitely thinking about it though. the British EM2 that came out right after World War II, it had an optic as its standard sight. So it's not implausible. We know the AUG was similar to it in that respect, yeah. And also the Singaporean SAR-21. It's about the length of the handguard. So, wait, length of the handguard? That's not a super long answer. Okay, this is decently rendered. This is decently rendered for my standards. Honestly, a lot of times I see people post super well rendered guns on Twitter, and I always wonder how they do it. I wonder if they took a 3D model and generated the lines from that, or whether they're actually just that good. Like the line art is incredibly consistent and the perspective is completely correct. I really do wonder how they do it. If you know that handgun tab because people don't want to put more penny on a small gun, then don't expect much about scope. I mean, handgun red dot sights are becoming really popular these days. So there's always hope. Most handguns like these days, they just come with the optic cut by default now. They automatically say, oh, we can install RMR dot on this, we can install what was that? new red dot second. Aim point acro on this. Honestly, it's a pretty cool development. I'm on my quest to make C96. You like C96? Well, favorite gun is still the M4. But yes, C96 and its derivatives are amazing. C96, a rifle, but well, not specifically C96, but if it works, then C96 also works. Well, that's funny because I've also been thinking about like really small pistol caliber carbines as well. Things like the C96 carbines. I can't think of any other examples. Not 22 caliber, not 22 caliber ones. Like actual pistol caliber carbines. Purpose-built ones, I should say, not the M4 conversions. If you find more stuff like that, you can totally put it in the Discord or something. That would be great. Okay, time to actually draw. Time to actually draw the person I was supposed to draw fan art of. Changing head angle. But too bad that it's 22 caliber. No! Got carbine. Yep, that's also a thing. It's still tilting barrel though, which annoys me. Tilting barrel doesn't work as great with long barrels. At least it doesn't look as good. I'm sure people have invented, like, there's setups that work fine, but it doesn't look as good. You know, I don't put 5.7 in C96. Put 7.62 in a C96. I think 7.62 would be a great cartridge for pistol carbines or mines. That too big. Oh, even. Right? What was the magic after PM9? Isn't it falling block? It's falling block, right? Wait. Beretta 92 FS. Operation. slow to 10 times. Cutaway. Yeah, it's falling block. Yeah, this part is the falling block thing that provides the locking action. I don't think they're much different from normal code switching pair. Technically they're not. They're both based on short recoil. They're both short recoil systems that lock the slide to the barrel. Fundamental principle is the same, just the locking system is slightly different. Although apparently it means that the Beretta is slightly better for suppressor use. Although I'm not entirely sure. Although I'm not actually entirely sure how that plays out. They say it's better because the because the barrel travels directly back. At any rate, I think you still need a kind of recoil booster for it to work properly. All right. I don't think. I guess that's it. After my PC building favor, this is first and only. Like, question, why would you... Oh, is the PC building fever over now? Anyways, the question being asked, why would you want a carbine if your pistol can do it? I mean, M1 carbine says hello, I guess. Like, no, your pistol cannot do it. Nothing can replace a stock and maybe a better set of iron sights, maybe a scope, and better ergonomics. A recoil from having more power in space. Yeah, that's true. American Army answered that question in World War II already. It's worth it. Especially if you somehow manage to add a full auto option, then it's even more worthy. Yes, I know the grip on the foregrip is a bit weird. This is somewhat intentional. I want the gun to be really hot, so you can't be gripping too close to the front grip. I need full auto to consider. Yeah, the US made the M2 carbine, which had full auto capability, making it, depending on how you consider it, the first full auto, one of the first assault rifles ever. First, better at the time the RPD was being fired too much, it was red glow. Oh, but the RPD doesn't have a quick change barrel. It might have trouble. How long is the MP? It's a UMP. Length 69 centimeters stock extended. Wait, how tall is UMP? Uh, 5'4" tall. Oh, for God's sake, Americans. Height. Okay, they don't publish their heights. I'll just go with 165 centimeters. That makes more sense. This and then this and then yeah, this is a reasonable height. M42 carbine also had 30 boxer. Yep, that's correct. 69, 67. No, we are not having that. We are not having that in this household. We will not have brain rot in this household. This is a brain rot free household. Actually, where does that even come from? Let's see. Oh, for God's sake, it has a Wikipedia page. Why does this have a Wikipedia page? Origin is spread. Oh, of course it is. Okay. The meaning of the number in the song remains ambiguous. Okay, whatever, I guess. Most comprehensible meme culture since COVID. Tell me about how the RPD into water barrel got deleted. What? Oh damn! I didn't even see that comment. So what? It got converted into water-cooled barrel. Okay, that's actually sick. I feel that would be doable with. I feel like that would be doable without much difficulty. not much detail on the jacket really. This is slightly less detailed than Arc Knight's characters. Okay, I think I can't imagine my character getting mad. I choose A4 or A1 upper receiver. Depends on if you want all the modern options or not. A1 is very classic, but you're not getting any Picatinny rails with A1 basically. A4 is the version with the Picatinny rails. How does that work? Yeah, what? How is that attached? What? Huh? Trying something that retro is with minimal attachment. Yeah, then just go for the A1. Then just go for the A1. A1 definitely looks more retro. A4 is full of Picatinny rails. The XM1, oh, that's a good one. XM177. carry handle of the M16 with the optic mount. You know, South Korea recently, I think they recently modernized some of their old M16A1s. You can check those out. Those have pretty funky looking carry handle optic mounts. Right. Okay, not the worst rendering of the clothes, I think. Oh wait, there's a... I'll just join the I'm just drawing the line when doing the colors. The Adidas line. It's 4 squad sign. Ah, okay. Guess that makes sense. Okay, it's almost entirely covered up by the hand and the gun though. I do actually like how this hand came out, despite the somewhat awkward pose. The head too big, I think. Okay, how should I draw her back in? How did you end up drawing UMP45? I asked what character I should draw in the Discord chat and UMP45 came up. I was looking for something to draw this week. Oh, hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. Hello, Ivan. From Defy, like AK-12. Defy, let's see. Let's see what it is. Defy game? Defy AK-12. Oh, you mean from... Oh yeah, I thought it was another game. AK-12. I've seen her around before. Alright, she looks interesting. Actually, yeah, sure, why not? I would have to... I think I should get more into Girls Frontline fandom stuff though. I'm probably not going to play the game itself because it's not my type of game. But like, I think I'll interact with the fandom the same way I interact with Uma Musume, which is by looking up stuff on the wiki and passively absorbing all the information, like some kind of machine learning model. AK-12 is kind of blind. Like I'm going Uma. I have been going Uma for like a month now. Did you not see me post like oh wait, I didn't post the second one, oops. Yeah, did you not see me post like one Uma drawing? A drawing with Agnes Takyon. And also Sadie Adler from Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, I really need to keep track of which part is hair and which part are the clothes now. I'm trying to explain why I like that gacha game here a bit. Because I don't like the gacha. I don't like the gacha or the gameplay. Also, Uma Musume is hilarious because one of my friends is into it, and according to them, apparently there's straight up a spreadsheet for newcomers because there's so much stuff to keep track of. And that's when I very wisely decided not to touch it ever again and just look at the memes. I just look at the Uma Musume shipping and fan art and brain rot. Also, some of the songs are pretty good. Also, watch all the Uma Yuru episodes. I didn't watch the normal anime though. I watched the beginning of a New Era movie, which is why I ended up being a Tachyon fan. I'm looking into a Stay Gold recently though. Uma Musume Onmei Ana Uma Kakiwa Kape. I dropped from Nike for a month and a half. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna touch Nike. It just doesn't look that interesting to me. The weapons aren't that creative or realistic. So by God, I really picked the most uninteresting side of UMP45 to draw. Like, all her interesting features are on the left side. Her eye scar thing, her hair clip thing, her armband. Oh well, it's too late now. Gacha gaming storage eating so bad, but the gameplay is not worth it. Revert and pretend the right side is the left side. I mean, yeah, but does this look as good? No, I think I'm just gonna keep at it Because after, if I revert, then I have to figure out how to put the ponytail in a way that it's not blocking a bunch of stuff. Also, I need to have her switch. Also, I need to have her switch hands. That's the bigger issue because unless we count her as ambidextrous, which I guess T-dolls probably are. Oh, also, I just remembered. Dying Light the Beast came out. Dying Light the Beast came out. Apparently it has a car and also a bunch of guns in it. But I've seen some clips. They took the firearms design really serious. They took the firearms design a bit further in this version of Dying Light. I'm actually quite interested. Unfortunately, it was not on sale in the Steam Autumn sale. I might try to get it this winter sale if the price isn't too bad. Because otherwise, 16 bucks is quite a bit. $16 is a non-trivial amount. Okay, that's not too bad. Clean up, clean up. God damn it, I think I took too long. Like the charging handle is on the left side. No, that one's easy because I can just draw that in. But switching the hands is going to take 3,000. Like switching the hands is gonna take 3,000 hours. Do you think by any chance a key game was a commission from you? You mean a Steam key? Like a Steam game key? Case by case basis, because I will say I'm not that interested in the majority of games. It's mainly just Dying Light based. I'm really not that interested in the latest Call of Duty or whatever. Okay, I'm going to move her up. I'm going to move her up because composition wise it's image. Oops. Image. I'm going to use this in an attempt to... Okay, so what are some reversible ways? Grid. I'll just pixels. I'm gonna set those to 3208. No. Size canvas to 3808. Then resize canvas to 3508. No, that looks a bit better, but now I feel it's a bit too close to the top. Let's try 3708. Say $60 is a headache for me as well. I made $8. Yeah. Hell, I think some of them are even raising prices to like $70 these days. Skin is $50 or less. For God's sake, at that point, just learn to draw it yourself. It's a PNG. $50 for a PNG. Well, a live 2D rig, but still. I have a live 2D rig and this thing cost me $0. Anyways, do you think $25 is much in Singapore? Not that much. Lets me eat for about 3 days. Singaporean dollar to USD conversion is about I think it's 1 USD equals roughly 1.33 Singaporean dollars or similar. Suppose this works. Nah, let's go back to the previous one. Oh god. Oh god almighty, it's not rendering correctly. What on earth is going on? Yeah, this works. This is okay composition at least. So you're like, by Dying Light and 60 SG. I don't think Steam does regional pricing anymore. I think they said they're not doing regional pricing anymore, but let me check. Yeah, Dying Light. Dying Light, the Beast. Oh wait, it's in Ringgit Malaysia, because my Steam account is Malaysian. 229 Ringgit Malaysia to... Okay, that's 72 Singaporean dollars. 55.33 United States dollars. So yes, it is about 60 USD. I eat a whole month. I think food is more cheap in food is more cheap in Japan, I think. My daily meal budget is about 9 Singaporean dollars. So that is almost 3 times more than your amount in a month. Another factor is because I keep eating out. I really don't have time to run back and forth to my dorm to cook stuff. And a meal outside is roughly... A meal outside is definitely about... meal outside should be about 5 Singaporean dollars. At least if you're not going too fancy. So yeah, I'd be like that. I think it's officially one of the highest cost of living cities, alongside places like Hong Kong and New York. So yeah, they weren't joking. They were not joking with that. Yeah, I think this composition looks sick. There we go. This fills up the frame a lot more. Certainly I'll go with this. Like a large size curry bowl or beef bowl for $4.5. Oh, that's epic. I think that would cost a bit more at about 5 or 6. No, not 5 anymore. That costs about $6, $6.5 at one of my school canteens. So yeah, it is more expensive here. It'd be like that. I don't really want the tangent line here. Honestly, it looks it doesn't look that bad even without a mouth, but I added one so people don't ask why there isn't a mouth. Nice. Time to erase a whole bunch of stuff. There we go, finally. Oh god, I love how the UMP turned out. Thanks to the person who pointed me to the... Many thanks to the person who pointed me to the Wikipedia page, by the way. That one got it accurate. Epic. Unfortunately, I do not have time to do the rest on stream. I need to use my computer GPU to train a machine learning model for my class project. I will ignore the foreground. Why? Why? Is it too thin? No, you need to tell me. You need to tell me immediately if something is wrong. It's still not that hard to change at this stage. Also, Unless it's about the grip. She's gripping that because I intend to... She's gripping it like that because I intend to have the whole barrel be extremely hot so that she cannot grip too high up. That was actually intentional. But I can't draw it into the line art, so it's like that. I can't draw like the smoke or the distortion effect into... Wait, can I? I need like a heat mirage effect. Let me check Krita Wiki. How to draw heat distortion? Distort brushes. Oh, there's liquify too. There we go. Yes, we can do that. Also, I'm going to move that slightly away from the edge of the painting. Because if it's too close, it kind of gives a bit of an... It makes it a bit too tight. There's a bit of an oppressive feeling to the drawing. Anyways, let's put E to merge. Just play with the line weights. I might have the light come from slightly behind her. I gotta have like strong light coming from slightly behind her. I think that might look cool. Nice. Okay, I need to turn off the stream so that I can train my machine learning model for my AI class. Yes, I'm taking an AI class. I'm taking multiple AI classes. Anyways, I think I will complete this drawing and then post. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, who knows. God tier finger teacup for grip. Like, this is kind of inspired by how, if you've watched the Kalashnikov group Gunbusters, you see how they grip the bottom of the magazine when the handguard has caught fire. That's what I was thinking of when designing the pose. till it's feel off. So relatable. Yeah, it be like that. Yeah, good luck with the class. Yep. Alright, that's the end of today's stream. Oh god. This line looks horrible. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, I'll post this sketch, by the way. To everyone who was here, thanks for watching and have a good night. Okay, goodbye. Yep, good night, Light Red, Normal Guy, Blacksmith, and the fourth guy that I don't know who else is watching. Okay, good night.